Dr. Lonnie Walters from Springfield, Missouri. I practice in a small town about 25 miles west of Springfield called Marionville, home of the white squirrel. I shared a story with Dr. Versendahl, and he wanted me to share it with the class. I'd heard Dr. Nelson say that Cardio Plus would regenerate weak muscles and heart tissue. I had a patient whom I diagnosed as having a weak heart, and I recommended Cardio Plus. He said that his doctor had just doubled the cardizem that he had been taking because his heart was failing him. And I told him that the life expectancy is about 5 years on cardizem. And because it was no longer working, that's the reason they doubled it. Well, he didn't take my advice, and 4 days later, he ended up in the hospital with a heart attack. So he was in there about 4 days, and they sent him up, he sent his daughter up for the Cardio Plus. He'd been on it about 5 weeks, and had taken the complete bottle of the Cardio Plus, was off of it 2 weeks, ended up back in the hospital with another heart attack. They ran an angiogram on him, and they found that he was growing all new heart tissue and new bedding of blood vessels, and that there was nothing wrong with the heart, but they did find that he had a blocked coronary artery. So you can better believe that the Cardio Plus really works.
Oh, let's see. Hi, I'm Dr. Joe Rhodes from Topeka, Kansas, and I was talking to Dr. Versendahl, and he wanted me to kind of relate a little story. I've been using contact reflex analysis for 3 or 4 years, and I've seen the miracles every day in my office, but this one really hit home for me. About a year, well, it was a year ago in January. My wife became pregnant with our 3rd child, which I was ecstatic. I'm not sure she was, but I was. So it was approximately April, and her OB did a pap smear, and it came back that she had a grade 4 dysplasia. And I was at my office, and her OB called me at the office. I had probably 20 people in the waiting room, and she wanted me to come immediately to her office. So I got in my car and raced over there, and she told me that they suspected that she had cancer. It was grade 4, and they wanted to do a cone biopsy. So they did the cone biopsy, and yes, it was diagnosed as microinvasive cancer of the uterus. Immediately, they wanted to do a complete hysterectomy, abort the baby, and also to do radiation treatment. And as much radiation that she would never be able ever to have radiation in that area again, that much radiation. And so immediately, this was on a Thursday. This was on a Thursday, and they wanted to do the operation on Monday. Oh, and okay, I'm sorry. And they wanted to do the operation on Monday. And so I said, no, wait. You know, I've done CRA, I know what's going on, so I thought, I'm going to go back to the office, and I'm going to call Dr. Versendahl. I called him on the phone, and I said, you know, I've used this, but you know, when it's your own family, it's very tough. It's tough on your kids, it's tough on your wife and your mom and dad, because you don't know for sure what's going to happen. And he told me, he said, I want her to take 12 Zymex every day and 10 Spanish black radish every day for 12 weeks, and it'll be gone. So I went back to the OB and I said, we're not doing it. That's all there is to it. And so she said, well, at least let's go down to KU Med Center in August. That way the baby will be 7 months old, it'll be 7 months along. At least it'll be viable if they have to do the C-section and take the baby. And so we went down there, and they prepped her, and they took her in the operating room, and they were going to do the C-section, a complete hysterectomy. And of course, there was 2 specialists from KU. They went in there, and they told me, it's impossible, it cannot be gone, it has to be there, and we're going to do the operation. So I kind of sat there in the room with my arms crossed and waited for him to come back. And about 45 minutes to an hour later, they came back in, and they say, well, your wife went through with flying colors. There was no sign of any lesion. She can have the baby vaginally. The baby is perfect. My wife is perfect. She has had no reoccurrence at all. And I thank Dr. Versendahl very much.
Okay, isn't this gal cute? This is what Dawn looked like when she was a little gal. See, right here. Now, this gal has a special problem, and she would like to tell you what her special problem is. Okay, tell them.
I have JRA,
What is that, dear?
juvenile rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay, and what does it do to you? Juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. What does it do to you? What it makes you feel?
When I walk a lot, I have pains in my ankles, and I'm stiff a lot.
All right. Anything else that bothers you? All right. Okay. Now, what we're going to do with her is like we do with everybody else. When someone gets rheumatoid arthritis, the most common reflex that is hot and electrical and that blows is which one? Viral. Always remember that. When kids get rheumatoid arthritis, it's almost always this reflex below the belly button. Now, I have a little girl in our neighborhood in my town that is her age that walks with a walker every day this speed because she has rheumatoid arthritis. And the medical doctors have told her, don't go to anybody else, don't go to anybody that has alternative medicine because they'll make you worse. And she walks like this every day, see? And this girl has a virus. If we would treat the virus, we'd get her off the walker. But her parents have been told you may not take her anyone else but a medical doctor. Her medical doctors told her that, see? Now, these kids respond beautifully. They respond in a short time. Let's see once if I'm right. Hold your arm up nice and tight now. Here we go. Right allergy for liver, bile duct, and gallbladder. Left allergy for staph, strep, lung, spleen, and parasite. And then you get metabolic, which has 14 subreflexes. And then you get yeast, and then you get virus, and you touch it, and it's sore as a boil, isn't it? Huh? Sure. Now, children that are 0 to 5 years of age, you give them 1/3 adult dosage. This will be in Dawn's book. It's been in my previous books. Kids from 6 years to 12 years of age, you give them half dosage. And people 12 years in age above, you give them full dosage. So full dosage would be 10 imuplex a day. How old are you? 12 years old. So how much are you going to give her? 1/2 dosage. So that would be 5 imuplex a day every day for 12 weeks, and then her pains in her body will be gone. Now watch this, people. You can erase this reflex like this. Just erase it and ask the body, where is the rheumatism? Right there. See? You erase that one, and you come down this side of the body. Where is the rheumatism? And it's right there. Now she just has it down here, but a lot of these kids have it in their hands, they have it in their spine, they have it in their neck, and these kids will walk like this the rest of their life and never get well because some doctor doesn't know how to get rid of a virus, and this girl will get better for about 50 bucks. See? Now, isn't that incomprehensible? That there are thousands of kids like her every day that walk around with rheumatism that is so bad that they have so much pain they can barely walk. Their feet feel like they've got wooden shoes on, they're so heavy because the virus is literally eating up their tendons and their ligaments and destroying the tendons and the ligaments in their body. And that's what rheumatoid arthritis is. So that's your answer to get well, okay? Now we have 2 twin boys here. Well, I'll have to take it off for a minute. I'll put it on here first. Okay. Now, ironically, I like twins. You know why I like twins? Because I'm a twin. I have a twin sister. And boy, are you spoiled when you're a twin. See? Is that true, guys?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mother, you want to?
Well, first I'll tell you what's wrong with both of them together. They both have ADHD,
Tell the doctors what that is.
attention deficit with hyperactivity.
Okay.
They both are clumsy, uncoordinated. They both have been treated for strep and parasites. They both have problems with their eyes, either infection or nutritional deficiency. They both have had many ear infections through life, many food allergies. They both have had low blood sugar until they had parasites and now have high blood sugar. They both get black stains on their teeth at the gum line if they're not cleaned every 4 months and it's not water or vitamins or anything like that. They both have a lung infection, and they both have gallbladder problems right now.
Okay. Now, let's take this guy first. You come on over here. All right. Now, hold your arm up nice and tight. Now, people get the arms on kids way up here, because if you get them straight out, they're not strong enough. Kids are their strongest when their arms are up here. Now, we will go right allergy, left allergy, metabolic, find the belly button, yeast, virus, heart. See? That's why they're clumsy. That's why they're tired, because at this age, when they have a tired heart, they tend to walk like this. Am I right, Mom? Like that, correct? Yep. Okay, and they do that because every time they do this, the heart gets a jerk and it works. Heart gets a jerk and it works. Now, how does the heart work? On the teeter-totter method. Always remember that. This is the way they walk, right, guys? Just like this, okay? All right, now, how old are you? 9 years old. How much cardio? 8.5. 9.5, okay. How much cardio plus are you going to give this guy? From 6 to 12 is half dosage, so 6 a day. 6 cardio plus a day, every day. Now, kids like this can get away with that for about a year, and then they don't need it forever. Young kids can get off cardio plus in about a year, see? All right, so we'll give them 6 cardio plus a day for a year. Now, let's erase the heart and ask the body, is there anything else? Let's check the blood. Let's check the hemoglobin. Let's check the coronary. Now we've gone through 9. Now we'll go to the thyroid. Here we go. T1, T4. So now what do we give them? Thytrophin. Thytrophin, because it went all the way down. So you give them 3 a day on the thytrophin, all the time, never to quit. Now what made their hearts go bad? Thyroid, that's right. Okay. Now, hold your arm up tight. We go down to T3. Now we check the adrenal, and boom. Now this is bad. This is real bad. When the thyroid goes bad and the adrenals go bad, what's the only thing that keeps the heart going? The phrenic nerve. When the thyroid quits and the adrenal gland works, there's no more teeter-totter. So then the heart is at this level, and the only thing that can make it work is the twisting of the spine, and the spine twisting like this makes the phrenic nerve stimulate the heart all day long. Think that's weird, people? You ever see kids walk like that? I go into malls and I go in airports. Every week, I fly every week all over the United States. And I go to malls and I'll see little kids like this, just walking like this. Are they malformed? Are they deformed? No, they got heart trouble. And how did they get the heart trouble? Because they got thyroid trouble and adrenal trouble, see? So this kid should have 1 B6 a day. 1 B6, 2 thytrophin a day, and 6 cardio plus a day. And within 3 to 4 months, their posture will be like this. These kids will be walking like this. See? Just like if nothing ever happened. So what would happen to this kid if we didn't take care of these problems? He may not live to be very old, and yet he may live to be 90 years of age walking like this. Like this. And I see guys that are 40, 50 years of age walking like this, and you'll swear that they got something wrong with their spine. It's their heart, people. The heart never allows you to stand like this when it's healthy. The weaker the heart, the weaker your posture. The heart always goes to the left, never to the right. Heart people always go to the left. They always walk like this. So conceivably, if these guys lived to be 40 or 50, they'd walk with a terrible posture like that. And then some chiropractor would say, come to my office and I'll straighten your spine out. You got curvature of the spine. That doesn't happen, people. It doesn't happen. Okay, now we've gone through everything but the 4 bad ones. Here we go. We may have covered everything right now. Now, here's the parotid for chemical, hands for lubrication, gut reflex and pus reflex. Now let's test the male hormones, testicle, prostate, master hormone. Now we're to the brain. This is on ADD. I love to test the brain, okay? Here we go. Master hormone, salt reflex, crown reflex, Parkinson's reflex, pituitary. Now the pituitary governs the growth of all kids. These kids will never grow to be very big if they have pituitary trouble. They'll be about this size the rest of their life, see? And they'll always be short. Nobody will ever help. You want to know how tall this kid's going to be when I get done with him? Would you like to know? The body will tell. Here we go. Hold your arm up tight. Here we go. Here's pituitary. You erase it. Now the body will shoot energy out of there and tell you how tall he will be. Right there. Almost my height he will be. So he will, if he takes pituitary, that will be his height. 6'2.5". Okay. So he'll be about 6 foot. Okay. He'll be about 6 foot. Okay, report to us when he gets to be 6 foot, will you? We got to take him off the pituitary. Yeah. The blackening of the teeth is teeth that are dying from a lack of blood, which is due to heart failure. Not enough blood being pumped to the mouth. Now, fortunately, if they would like to get the teeth so they're not black anymore, get blood back to the teeth. Now, when the heart gets better and everything gets better, if they still are black, all you have to do is give them 4-til-B12, about 3 a day, and it'll build enough hemoglobin, which will pull blood into the teeth and make them white again. Okay? Are you having fun, people? Huh? Yeah. Great. All right. Now, believe me, there is nobody that can help these kids. You can take these kids to Mayo Brothers, and I have probably more respect for Mayo Brothers than all the doctors in the world, because I love Mayo Brothers. I think it's a wonderful hospital. But these type of people, they don't help, because this is nutrition, and they don't do much of that there, see? Now, this kid needs 2 or 3 or even 6 pituitary. The more pituitary the mother gives this kid, up to 6 a day, the quicker he's going to recover. See? The quicker he's going to recover. We had a seminar in St. Louis, Missouri, 2 weeks ago. There was a doctor there that had said he had a kid real short, put him on pituitary. He said this right on stage. He says within 2 weeks he had grown 1 inch already on pituitary. Now, most of them don't grow that fast, but this kid had grown that fast.
What about age?
On pituitrophin, you can't ever hurt anybody with pituitary. It's just that if you want to conserve, you give them 2 a day. If you don't mind how much you spend, give them 6 a day. The results will go faster. See? If he was my kid, I would probably give him 3 a day. I would compromise. Instead of 2, instead of 6, I'd give him 3 a day at that age. But if he was 14 or 15, how many would you give him? 6 a day, you bet. Okay, kid, you're all done. We'll get back to that in a minute, okay? Now let's check this kid because he's supposedly the same. Hold your arm up tight. Right allergy, left allergy, metabolic, yeast, virus, heart. See? Now you erase the heart. Okay. Now, we go to blood, hemoglobin, coronary. Now we check the thyroid. T1, T4. Now, did you notice my hands? I go positive, negative, positive, negative. I don't go take my hand like this. I just go positive, negative. See, that's how quick you do it. But you can do it this way. Positive, turn it around, negative, whatever you want to do. See? So you do the same thing here that you do with this kid. See? Now let's check his pituitary. Same thing. See? So basically, they both have the same thing. They're twins. They inherited the same weakness. Isn't that amazing? Both the same thing. Yeah.
Is the fact that they're walking over on their shoes, would that also?
That's
have
the
that?
heart failure.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Do you want to tell these people what terrific results you've had with CRA?
Yes, I've been treated since August by Mark Vaughn, and I was evaluated by Dr. Versendahl in September, and I had 68 things wrong with me. He didn't know how I could even walk around. But a couple weeks ago, Mark tested me again, and I have less than 10 items wrong with me at this point.
Okay. All right. All right, now let's start with this boy right here. Anything
Okay.
extra on him?
Yes, he has staph, he has athlete's foot, you found the heart and blood.
Okay.
He has a lot of stomach aches.
Okay, the stomach ache is the heart failure. Now, I want you people to notice something. If you check a patient and they have stomach trouble, it either has to be gallbladder or maybe bile duct or, say, the gut reflex or lack of digestion. But they still have gut aches and none of those reflexes blow. Look to the heart because you take your finger down here, stick your finger in here, and there'll be sore as a boil right there when they have heart failure. Right there, there'll be sore as a boil. That's about if you get to the bottom of the sternum is the stomach reflex, and you go down about a ½ inch is the vagus nerve that comes from the heart. And all your heart people that have heart failure have a tendency to walk like this because they're covering that vagus nerve, see? They can't stand the pain there, see? And a lot of people swear they got an ulcer. They swear they got a stomach ache. They swear they got a gut ache, and it's coming from heart failure. See? All right, so he's got staph and yeast, huh? Are you treating it now?
He's being treated with 6 Thymex a day.
Okay. Now, why wouldn't I have picked that up? Because they're already treating it. The body is satisfied that it's being treated. In other words, the staph reflex is right here. If it wasn't satisfied, it would blow right now. Yeah, I know, but they still have enough in their body. See? Okay? Okay, you're all done, buddy. Now this one.
Okay, he has also a lung infection. Matthew has a lung infection. He has frequent headaches. He has a learning disability where he can't coordinate vision or hearing. I forgot to say Nick might have that same thing. I guess that's all.
That's all. Okay. All right, now.
Oh, his ankles and feet hurt all the time.
Yeah, that would be the heart. See? Now, if he had poor coordination with his eyes and his ears, which reflex would you love to check? Always pineal gland. Remember that. The pineal gland covers all the little fine wires that go to the ears, the eyes, and the mouth. Never forget that. People that have a pineal gland reflex have short-term memory. People that have the pineal gland reflex have difficult time coordinating their environment because those nerves cover the ears and the eyes. They're the small nerves in the body, the smallest ones. Hold your arm up tight. Boom, there it goes. Now, you come here and we'll test you. Same thing. So how much folic acid would you give these kids? Supposed to give them normally 10. 5 a day for about 12 weeks, and then you heal those nerves. Now, the pineal gland covers the brainstem, people. All the nerves that come out of your skull, at the point of the brainstem, they spread out and go to all different parts of the body. When they're frayed or injured at that level, we call that the pineal gland reflex, because the pineal gland is successful in producing enzymes and hormones that repair those fine nerves. Okay? Now, I had a lady in my office just a week ago that was told that she had MS, and she come in a wheelchair, and the only thing that was wrong with her was this reflex. We treated it, put her on the nutrition, and in 1 week, she went from the wheelchair to a walker just by taking folic acid, because it healed the nerves enough to get a signal to her left leg that it could walk. There was nothing else wrong with her, but she had nerves that are injured to her left leg, and she said she had MS, and all the MS treatments anybody ever did didn't help her. And we had her on it just a week, and she already could improve in her walking. Folic acid improves the nerves very quickly. It's so good. Now, there's 2 other nutritions there that we give adults that's so good for the nervous system, too. So that's about it for both of them, okay? Thank you. Okay, we got a cute little honey here, haven't we, huh? Okay, is it for her?
The baby.
The baby. What's her problem?
Okay. Joanna will be 4 in October. Medical tests have only identified a weakness with the brain development. Has allergies to milk, wheat, and eggs. She stiffens up and pulls to her right side and rolls her eyes. Presently being treated with RNA inositol, which has helped with strengthening. A viral infection has weakened her hips, and they go out continuously. This virus has also affected her pituitary, and she has weak teeth. She has been off her nutrition for 3 days, and she is constipated again. Would like to know if she should have a brace to keep her hips in place till the nutrition has repaired damage caused by the virus. What is your opinion as to her future if the weakness found are treated?
Can she talk?
No.
Okay.
tries
She's
to.
4 years old?
She's going to be 4 in October.
All right. What does she do?
She wants to stretch out, try to reach for things, but you can see she wants to, but it still holds
Does she hear?
Yes, she does
She
hear.
knows what's going on.
Yes, she does. She understands everything.
Does she see?
Yes, she sees.
Okay. You like to get her real well, wouldn't you, huh?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Now, you got to believe that
I do.
you see, people, I'm of the concept that when little children are weak like this, the good Lord brings them here,
Yeah.
okay? And he's going to see to it now that she gets an answer, okay? You got to believe that. Okay, let's check her now, see what we got to find. Okay, come on over here, Dad. Now, let's get back so everybody in the audience can see. Maybe we can push this back a little bit. Okay. Now, Mother, if you come behind me a little bit, okay, hold your arm up nice and tight, okay? Now, we're going to check her brain first a minute. Master brain, salt reflex, crown reflex, Parkinson's reflex, pituitary. So the first thing you want to do is put her on about 3 pituitrophin, okay? Because pituitary governs the development of the brain. Now, this kid is not growing fast enough. Now, you got to remember the pituitary gland governs the growth of the brain and the body. And if these kids are not the normal size for their age, then you got to put them on pituitary, especially when the pituitary gland blows, because that's a sign that the body wants it. It will help and she'll get well. So the rest of her life, she has to be on 3 pituitrophin all the time. Now, let's erase the pituitary. Now, we'll check her again. Master brain, salt reflex, crown reflex, Parkinson's reflex. Hold your arm up tight. Okay, I want her on 2 ribonucleic acid a day. You got room in there to write that stuff in there? Okay, 2 ribonucleic acid a day to develop the power in her brain, the power to make her body electrical and send electricity into her body, okay? Now, we'll erase that. All right, now hold your arm up tight. We'll go back to it again. Okay, master brain, salt reflex, crown reflex, Parkinson's, pituitary, and pineal gland. Now we got through the brain. We don't have to worry about that no more. That's what you got to do for the brain, okay? Now let's check her body. right allergy, left allergy, metabolic, yeast, virus, heart. I want her on about 5 Cardio Plus a day, every day, the rest of her life. Now, the reason why her hips do not hold together is because of her heart. You always see that on kids. When they have weak hearts, their hips separate, they don't walk, they can't move, their bodies are weak, see? And so what I want to do now is erase this reflex. Hold your arm up tight. We'll go right, left, metabolic, yeast, virus, heart, blood, hemoglobin, coronary. Now, we got a SIDS baby here. And she hasn't died with it yet. Most kids do, see? So I want her on a couple Cataplex E2 a day, all the time, never to quit, to support her left coronary artery to give her better circulation, see? All right? Now, let's go through this one more time. Right, left, metabolic, yeast, virus, heart, and hemoglobin and coronary. Now, those are done now. Now the thyroid, T1, T4, T3, and adrenal. So what made her heart go weak? Her adrenal gland, see? So I want her on 1 B6, or you can put her on a couple Adrenamin a day. Now, if this doctor were to ask back there, how many Adrenamin? 2 a day, okay? Now, Adrenamin works better on little kids than B6. So I'd probably, as she gets older, I would give her B6. Right now, I give her a couple Adrenamin, see? So we erase the adrenal gland. Now, we check the bad 4s. Here's the chemical reflex. Here's the lubrication reflex, gut reflex, pus reflex, and those are all good. Now, ovary, uterus, breasts, master hormone, and her hormones are good, and that's good, see? All right. Now, Dad, I want you to go forward once. Turn around. Okay. Now, put this paper down. I want you to hold both arms up nice and tight, real tight. Hold them up tight, okay? All right, now back up against your husband. Okay, now, he's holding the baby against him. We're going to pick up the baby's muscles through the mother, okay? Now, hold your arm up tight as you can. Okay? Now, how am I going to prove what's going to strengthen her muscles? Erase one thing at a time. We're going to erase the pituitary. Hold your arm up tight. Erase the Parkinson's reflex. There it is, people. So what's causing this baby's body to be flaccid and no electricity and muscles not getting any electricity? Cerebellum, see? The brain has no electricity. That baby has MS, see? That's what it has, see? And it's all going to be corrected by correcting this part of the brain, see? And there's your answer. That's what you got to do for the baby, yes. She was born with what probably is called Down syndrome, okay? Probably a Down syndrome baby, just meaning that the brain never developed, never grew, because it was shorted out from the beginning. No pituitary, no brain, okay? So the pituitary started it. The brain never developed. It never had enough electricity, so all the muscles were flaccid. She has difficulty holding her body because there's no governing of the strength of the muscles electrically. I would have kept going until I got to the heart. I mean, if she didn't get strong on the cerebellum, I would have erased the heart to see once. That would have been the next thing. But her heart is stronger than her brain right now. See, and that's good. That's good. What's the outlook? Very good. Every year that this child's on these pills, this child will get well. My guess is in 2 to 3 years she'll be walking, by my experience, okay? So keep it up, okay?
Thank you.
You bet. All right. All right, what you got?
Well, I got the unhappy syndrome.
Are you unhappy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moody, irritable.
Okay.
I don't feel like I can handle stress very well.
All right.
Some visual loss in my left eye, some hair loss, some chronic mid-back pain, and also some weight gain in the abdominal.
Okay, let's see why. Now remember what I said about unhappiness. You check the prostate, you check T1, and you check the brain, master brain. So you need 6 min checks a day just to become happy, see? Now we'll go through your reflexes here, and the first 9 are good. Thyroid is good, adrenal is good. So everything else is checking out good, but your master brain. Now let's check your back. You said your back was bothering you where?
Back,
Right there? Okay, hold your arm up tight. Okay, put your thumbs backwards. We find no misalignments. There's a disc. So what you want to do is get on 9 Kelmo Plus a day, every day for 12 weeks, and then that back will straighten out. That's a weak disc is what that is. It's slipped and weak all at the same time. Okay?
Find anything with my vision?
I did check it. I'm sorry. Positive, positive, negative, negative, cornea, chemical, infection. So 6 eye-plex a day until they get well, okay? Okay, what you got?
Well, I have extreme water retention. I mean, I can gain and lose 25 pounds a week.
Okay.
It's all water,
Uh-huh.
and I want to lose weight.
Okay, and that's all. How long
And
you
we've already got rid of the parasites. That was the first thing we worked on.
Okay, all right. Now, let's just go through your body first so I don't make the mistake of missing something, okay? Hold this arm up nice and tight. There we go. Now, right allergy, left allergy, metabolic, yeast, virus. Now, your body says that your heart is so bad, is so weak, that it has no ability to move fluid, so your body's filling up with fluid. Now, how much Cardio Plus would you give this guy? 15. 15. Oh, the book will not say that, but I'm just giving you advice. When the heart is that bad, you want to take 15 a day the rest of your life. You can never quit, because you have total failure of your heart. Your heart is doing this right now, and it should be doing this all the time, and so your body is just filling up, filling up, filling up because of your heart. Now, let's ask your heart about the backups, if there's a cause for your heart trouble. Okay, we'll raise the heart, and we would check what? Hemoglobin, coronary, that's good. Now let's go to what? The 3 thyroids. T1, T4. So he needs 6 thyroid a day. So what caused all this heart trouble? The thyroid. Very good. Now, you erase this and do this over again just to see if he needs any iodine. T1, T4, and he doesn't need the iodine. See? And then T3, and then adrenal. So all of your heart trouble started with thyroid trouble. See? So you got to take 6 thyroid a day, 15 Cardio Plus a day. See? Now we'll ask your body, is there anything on the pores? Parotid, lubrication, lubrication, gut reflex. So some of your weight is food. That means you're not eating right. See?
3 years ago, I was on Weight Watchers, and I lost 160 pounds.
Uh-huh.
But as soon as I went off, in about 6 months, I gained it all back.
Why?
Plus 50 more.
Why? Because these organs were not doing what they're supposed to do. See? All right? So you got to get on the gut reflex, stay on it for 12 weeks, go on maintenance, follow the diet that your doctor's going to give you now on page 7, and eat all you want of that stuff all day long. If you want a granola bar 3 times a day, have it, but get the granola bar that isn't soft. Get the one that's hard. If you can't get a good one, try another company. See? But you've got to quit eating and eat the stuff that's on that page. All that stuff is so nutritious, you can never die. You can eat as much as you want. Bananas, oranges, fruits, grilled cheeses, grapes, anything you want all day. Every day I go to Denny's restaurant. They give me a grilled cheese sandwich, they give me a bowl of grapes, and they give me a half a cantaloupe and an iced tea. Every day at Denny's. And boy, I leave there, I got so much pep and so much energy, I can just go like crazy the rest of the day, because that stuff is full of hormones and enzymes and nutrition and natural sugars, everything your body needs to be healthy and well. And then people say to me, can't be. Grilled cheese? Man, if you eat 6 of those, you'd get heavy. It's not true, people. It's not true.
Now, I won't have problems with, when I was dieting Weight Watchers, I had severe headaches from, they
You
said
won't
it was
have that
'cause
with
my
this.
sugar level would.
No,
go
it has
down.
to do with the fact that you're not digesting your food.
Okay.
You're all done, sir. Thank you. Give him a hand. He deserves a hand. Now, here's a beautiful, attractive gal. I'm not saying this to be a sexist. I've been accused of that. People, I still appreciate beautiful women, and you do too. It's just that when I'm in a car, and she's in the car next to me, and I look, my wife says, what are you looking at? And I said, nothing, nothing. See? See? You see? I had to lie, even though I appreciated something next to, that was a little bit to the right of her, see? And so people, you as a doctor, you have to be different than anybody in the world. You have to be the guts as a doctor to keep everybody to look like this. You have to have the nerve and the guts to do that. And it takes salesmanship. And it takes creativity. And when patients come to my office, the first thing I say to them, are you happy? And 50% of them will say no. And then I'll say, why aren't you happy? And they'll have all kinds of reasons why they're not happy. Well, I don't feel good. I'm suicidal. I don't have romance. I don't have sex. I can't love. I don't look beautiful. There's something wrong with me. I'm growing a mustache. I'm getting fat. I'm depressed all the time. There are reasons why people have all these symptoms, and I don't want them to have the symptoms or ever even get them. I want to prevent them from getting them. Now, this gal here is going to be our mannequin, and I'm going to abuse her for about a half an hour. And I want to show you where her reflexes are, the same as on your body. Now, when you're testing patients, you use your hand. The front of your hand electrically is positive. The back of your hand electrically is negative. Your fingers are neutral. When you use the neutral part of your fingers, you can pick up just about anything. There are some conditions in the body that you can only use your hands for. Now, anything that is positive in the human body on organs could be a meaning, and that is your thyroid and your pancreas and a few other organs in your body. When they are a positive, it means they're overactive. When the pancreas or the thyroid is negative, it means they're underactive. So if you have a positive pancreas, you've got diabetes. If you've got a negative pancreas, you've got diabetes. If you have a positive pancreas, you have low blood sugar. If you have a positive thyroid, which you will rarely see other than in Graves' disease, you will have an overactive thyroid. If you have a negative thyroid, which you will see all day long coming in your office, you'll have it on the back of your hand. And so I'm going to show you how to test people now. Now, first of all, when you test your patients, you've got to learn 75 reflexes in the human body to literally test the whole body from head to toe. Now, that ain't bad. Years ago when I started doing this work, we had 300 and something like 50 reflexes that doctors had to learn. We went from 350 down to 75. Out of those 75, there will probably be about 25 you'll be testing all day long. The others you'll be testing once in a while. Now, you test the body on the right side first, and then the left side, then the center. Now, if you open up your packets, your red and blue packets that you have in front of you, on the right side, there's some long papers that are called the flow chart. Now, inside your packet, there's a flow chart that's one page, both sides, that makes up all the 7 pages or the 9 pages that you have in your big flow chart. So get both flow charts out. Get the flow chart that is your 9 pages or 10 pages, whatever. I think they're 9 pages. And get your flow chart out that's 1 page. And you probably can follow most of what I'm going to say on the 1 page that's inside there. Now, the flow chart is designed to help you to cover about 80% of all the things that go wrong in your patient's body. The other 20%, you can go by the book. For example, if somebody has psoriasis or ichthyosis or scleroderma, you want to go by the book. You want to go by the book because it encompasses many reflexes on the body. So you can take the book and treat many conditions without ever even testing the body. But when you get simple conditions, which 80% of them are, you will be able to go by the flow chart. Now, this is the flow chart that we're going to go by all day today, right here. These are the main things we're going to cover right here. This chart is the same as the chart on that side, all the way down to here, but all these extra reflexes here are some reflexes that occasionally you will use in testing your patient, but not all the time.